into the breach, my friends.
What is that?
Oh, it's a Shakespeare quote.
Oh.
Oh, Shakespeare. You know, the Henry V. You know.
This is what it's like to live with this guy. He is always just full of really interesting facts. So today, first of all, I'm Sadie. This is Eric, and this is our vlog.
With the weirdest intro ever.
But we want to spend some time talking about, well, I guess Shakespeare kind of goes along with Renaissance, right?
Ooh, clever.
Ooh,
Ooh, that was nice.
what?
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about Renaissance 2. Now, what the heck is Renaissance 1 might be a question you're asking first of all. And if you are, click on this link that's right above my finger, unless Tyler decides to mess with my head and put it above my finger over here. Or maybe he'll put the link by my ear. I don't know where he's going to put the link. But wherever he puts the link, click on that. And that'll take you back to a vlog we did some months ago where we kind of told the story of Renaissance 1. In a nutshell, 2016, we reorganized and restructured how we manage our SLS operation. And it was really a big deal. It really took us 2 years to roll it out completely. And we've been enjoying the fruits of that ever since. But we focused on our management side of the company. This time with Renaissance 2, we're doing something similar, but we're going to focus on our life guides in the field, working in the homes with our clients.
Yep. So we're taking it to the field. We're going to the field.
That sounded like an old song from the 60s. Taking it to the field. Protest. Here, protest sign.
I don't know if you're talking about the 60s. That's today. Protests are today. But anyway, okay. So what we're going to talk about right now is we've got 4 points, 4 things that we hope to see as the outcomes. What we hope to see as our goals, what it's going to look like when we're done with Renaissance. So we thought we'd start with the end in mind.
Exactly. You always want to know what your objectives are, and then you build steps to get to that objective. Well, we kind of have 4 things we're trying to go after as we do this Renaissance. There's 4 outcomes that if we're successful, we believe this will really super improve the experience that our clients receive, as well as the experience that our staff and our managers receive at Compass. So there are 4 things that we're trying to achieve through Renaissance 2. The first one we're trying to achieve is real stabilizing of our scheduling. You may or may not realize this, but sometimes our schedules feel a little chaotic.
Just a little
Just a
crazy,
skosh.
a little cray-cray.
You know, it is what it is, or it has been what it's been, and that's largely because when we founded the company, when Sadie founded the company 20 years ago.
I'm proud of it. It's going to be 25 years.
25 years, exactly. She started when she was 7 years old. And when she founded the company, there wasn't really a design at the time in the world of SLS, because it was still kind of a piloted project in California. There wasn't a design for the right way to schedule. There were rules like you got to work this many hours, you have to maximize the generic resources of IHSS, you do all these things, but there wasn't really a design for how actually to put someone with a client in the home. And 24 years later, it basically is we're scheduling to fill holes. And that creates a real chaotic environment. And that produces sometimes a diminished quality of service for the client and a diminished security and safety that they feel. So one of the things that we really want to do is build what we're calling templates, models for clients that'll be appropriate to their needs. There'll be many of them they'll be able to choose from. They'll have certainty about when IHSS is scheduled. They'll have certainty about when Compass is providing the labor. But this template will staff towards, so our team will know what job they're employing, not just what hours of the day they're working. And we really believe that's going to bring more certainty to the staff, more certainty to the clients, and a better overall quality of service. So that's the first thing we're going to do.
One of the things, kind of to tag onto that, is when you think about building something, it's really good to have plans. It's really good to have a design. And when you just say, I think I need a bathroom there and I need a kitchen there, you can end up with something that wasn't exactly what you wanted or what you designed. So we're building these designs, and then we're going to help clients and our staff work our way into these designs. It's not going to be overnight. It's going to take us some time, but we really want every one of our clients and our staff to be part of a bigger picture and a beautiful design. The next point that we want to make is that, the next thing we want to see accomplished is that we want a more We want a better way to communicate how our schedules work and in terms of recruiting, because we believe that there are some amazing people out there that don't understand what we do and don't understand how they can make a living at what we do. We often talk about our low rates of pay, which of course we would love to see everyone make more money. But however, when you really sit down and you look at the number of hours that an individual can work in a home, especially overnight, it's a lifestyle choice. And we want to make sure that people understand the lifestyle choice and that they make it with their family in mind. But then when they make that choice, they understand what they'll be making and that we can clearly communicate and therefore hopefully have people that are maybe not currently in the industry join us and join our team.
Absolutely. And we want to make sure that folks, when they understand, when they join the team, the role IHSS plays in our client's life. That and historically, we've basically just said, hey, who's going to claim the IHSS and hope that works out? But we really want to work with the client and with our staff so that IHSS is fully maximized, and we're required to do that. That's the regulation anyway. So the third outcome we want to achieve is we want to establish more leadership in the field, in the homes. We got some pros running around, God bless y'all, but we don't have enough leadership in our SLS world. We want every client, every household to feel like they have a staff who's the leader in their home. And we want there to be someone in the home who actually is responsible for outcomes, not just the CF, not just the supervisor or the regional manager who's responsible for stuff, but somebody in the home working there who feels like, hey, it's my job to make sure that there aren't med errors this month. It's my job to make sure that the house is cleaned and that the client is participating up to their goal and their desirability. It's my job to make sure that we as a team are supporting each other. We want to make sure that there's a leader in every single home owning that responsibility. And so that's going to be another outcome that we're pursuing.
And lastly and finally, when we set up our organization 25 years ago, the regional center, we approached them and said, oh, hey, some clients are delightful and are really fun, and others are delightful, but they're more challenging. They have some things that we have to help them with, and we need staff with a slightly higher skill set. And the regional center said, meh. And we said, okay, well, then we can't do anything about that. And then as we've grown up as an organization, we kind of look at it and go, you know what? No, that's not right. We should really compensate individuals. We should compensate households based on the challenges in that household, and therefore the skills and training that they need to receive and then also be able to perform. So what we're going to do is we're going to be setting up a structure, and there's going to be a lot coming out about it. And we're really excited, but we want to set up a structure so that if you're working in one of our more challenging homes or a more challenging household, you're working with 2 clients or 3 clients in a household, we want there to be some benefit to you, some compensation, some prizes, gifts and prizes, however you want to look at it.
We really want to acknowledge the extra work and extra skill set and extra character you have to be successful in a harder environment.
So we are working on we're calling it tiered compensation package based on the individual that you're serving. So this is an exciting thing that we've been looking into and wanting to do for a really long time, and we decided that now's the time to do it. And we're really excited to fold this into what we're calling Renaissance 2.
So those are kind of the 4 things that we're trying to achieve through this whole revamping. I kind of hate the word revamp, but it's going to kind of feel like that for a while. This whole Renaissance 2 thing. We want to achieve more scheduling stability in our client homes. We want to boost our ability to effectively recruit the right people who should be on the bus. We want to establish more leadership and more successful leadership with more accountability in every client home. And lastly, we want to acknowledge those folks who work in tougher situations and make sure they feel honored and appreciated for that extra work. Now, there's a lot of change, and we didn't give you really any specifics. Sorry, you have to wait for the next logs for those. But we are going to be unpacking that in the weeks to come, and this is going to be a long rollout. This isn't all going to turn on like on January 1 or something. These are going to be changes that we're going to be rolling out over time, and we're going to make sure that we do it in such a way that our clients don't suffer and that staff feel like, okay, any adjustments I have to make, I have time to make them. So don't panic about change hitting you like a ton of bricks in the next few weeks, because that's not the way we do it. We will do it in such a way and such a timeline that works for everybody. And you'll hear a lot of detail in the weeks to come.
All right. So that is our first vlog on Renaissance 2. More to come.
All right. See you guys.